Okay, let's move on to Columbus because here's a team that we've been talking about a lot lately. We have to probably all agree that they're out of it at this point. David Savard, he might even be the belle of the ball in the blue line because we don't know that Matthias Ekholm's going to get moved. So, what do you think, Devin, happens with David Savard? Do you think one, he's gone for sure? He's sitting out of the lineup now, and two, do you have any idea where he might go?
I do think he gets dealt. I think at this point, Columbus needs to get what they can to kind of reset the board for next season. And as for where he goes, I personally, I really like the fit with Winnipeg. I don't know that that is ultimately where he goes, but I do like that, and I can see it happening. I know that Elliot Friedman has mentioned Tampa as kind of a stealth team for him. I'd like to see how that deal could take form, but I do like that fit as well. But just in general, yeah, I see him moved, and I see him getting moved to a team that really needs that right side. Maybe even Florida, considering they just lost Ekblad as well.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard the connection between Savard and Winnipeg too, and it makes a lot of sense to me. Although I have also heard that he's not on the top of their list. There's a couple guys ahead of him that they'd like to go shoot for first, but you never know, that could change. What about Nick Foligno, Greg? Here's a guy that's got a huge legacy in Columbus. It's really up to him whether or not he wants to go anywhere, even though he's only got a 10-team modified. Do you think he moves? Do you think he stays put? Does he go into him back? Like, what do you think happens with Foligno here?
That's a tough situation. He's such a big part of that franchise, and it's such a fan favorite. It's really hard. You got to think of all the other aspects that come in with moving, not just what happens on the ice, but how does that affect your PR, your ticket sales. Granted, ticket sales aren't the top of the list this season, but going forward, so all those factors have to be in it. And as you said, ultimately, it's going to be his decision, and I think he's earned that right to say, yeah, I want to go to a contender. No, I want to play it out here. So I would say that's a 50-50. If they get the right situation where he feels that he's got a legitimate chance to win a Stanley Cup, say a Carolina or, a team like that makes a phone call, I could see it happening. But, on the flip side, I could see him staying put as well. I think it's an even odds on that one.
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me at all if he's one of the names that everybody talks about all the way up to Monday, and then it wouldn't shock me at all if it never doesn't happen. Right? It's one of those deals that just if it doesn't happen, nobody will be surprised and be like, "Yeah, of course he was going to stay." That's all we figured he would, right? Like that's the